what has come out of this sun, because this does not look normal at all. It kind of reminds me of some type of tentacles coming out of the sun, some type of living, like filament or something like that coming out of the sun, like it feels like a life form. And this looks like a perfect circle up there. It's like the sun. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. It's like the sun. It shouldn't be that perfect of a circle. It shouldn't. But this right here, it reminds me somewhat of like that squid at the observatories. It really does. Hello, everyone. If you're just tuning in, Oopchie Gina, honey, what you doing? I'm trying to find myself on here, because I've been sitting here staring at their NASA products, and it just wasn't feeling led to share. And I thought, well, I'm just going to I'm going to look at these products, and I'm going to see what's going to pop out at me. This thing right here, this pop out. Gina, you really like that word pop out? Well, I guess I do, because it's like it's coming out. Came right out. It reminds me of the observatories. Can y'all hear me? You can hear me. That's great. You can hear me. It has it's come straight out. You can see it right here. And if we enlarged it more, this kind of does look like a circle. You could say it's probably like a perfect circle. And I wonder if there's some type of device on the sun. I mean, it could be a round device. If you had a round device and you wanted to aim it at something, you could aim some type of frequency like this out, and it would probably twirl around and around and around. Hello, everyone. It would twirl around. Is there a device that would twirl around energy? Well, like a portal. Maybe if this twirled around, something came through. Could even had a big head down here or something. Something came through this, and okay, it's at the 18th. It's 9 minutes after midnight on the 18th. This is 7/18 of July, and this one particular product. See, look how it came out like that. Look at that. It doesn't feel right. And as it came out, notice the light that comes out from underneath it. Let me do this. And then this comes out even more so. Let me see if I can bring it back. Maybe 20, since it's so it's too fast. It's way too fast. It does not feel normal at all. Now these things down here that are coming off, these things are much, much smaller than what came out of the one. Way smaller. I'm going to have to slow it down and see if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it. Slow it down. You see it? Maybe if I just go back maybe 10 frames maybe. 10 frames may be too much. It still is too much, but it's coming out. Way too much. Let me see if I can go back 5 frames. 5 frames maybe. You gotta try to figure out what's gonna fit it. See, even that's too fast coming out. Way too fast. There's really like the ship down here too. See the ship? That's not debris. That's some type of a ship down here also. Underneath the sun. Can you see it? Because I can't see it on my phone at all. This thing right here. Wonder if I bring it back to 3 to see if I can get it. It might be able to do a 3. Maybe, or a 2. Try a 2. See what happens with 2. Okay, we got it, you all. See, look at this. See, this doesn't look normal. Does that look like a normal solar flare to you? It's something that's intertwined. And as it, that looks like a perfect circle. If you come look at this, it is almost like a perfect circle right there. No, it's not normal. It feels like some type of device would have done it. Because it does. It looks like there is a perfect like circle. And it's twirly looking. Totally twirly. Twirly looking. Let me see if I can bring that up. You can see it right here. See, look at that. And then look at that. I've got it also pulled up through here. What if let me do this. I'm going to do the OK. I want to go to the filtering that's on here. Okay, that's not it. Can you see that? You can see almost like a perfect circle here too, but then you can see this thing coming down like that. It really feels as if it's something living coming out of the sun. You can see like a perfect hole, perfect circle outline right there. This looks like it might be one of those ships. It's kind of got that curve to it too. That's too solid right there. Twirling. That's the negative. I want to see if we could get a better one, you all. I'm not going to get a better one of it. I'm not. Let me see over to this. See if I can lighten it. I'm wondering what kind of... Look, there's like a big head right here. Like it got like an eye and an eye, and then like something like that. There's like gigantic faces in the sun too. Now, one time I did see a being like this right here. It was like a reptile. It had like a reptile head. I don't know if you can see it. It had like a reptile head. It had the bone structure. And it was sitting in the sky right above the building when I was working my second shift job. And it had a mouth open, and it had jagged teeth. Its teeth were jagged. And it had this shape right here. I don't know if you can see this shape. Can you see this shape? My thing is stopped on me. It's totally stopped. But its teeth look like that of abominable snowman. It was in the sky, and it was massive. It was just one great big head is what it was. But this thing right here, let me see if I can get some more to it. No, I can't really get that much more to it. And I'm not able to. I can like do that, but it's not going to do it. It certainly kind of looks like it would be a perfect round circle somewhat. But it's not. I know there is a lot of activity going on in the sun, but I don't really follow it. I don't know about the CMEs or any of that kind of stuff. There's people who totally focus all on it, but it's not me. I mean, if there's ships up there or beings or something like this, I can do it, but all this other stuff, it's not happening. It's not happening for me. It isn't. I can try and force it, but it's not, you all. I'm just saying. It's not happening. Let me do this right here. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, you think it's a glitch in the matrix. It does look like something living. I want to come over here. Is there any kind of twirling thing coming out of that sun? Right there. Now, granted, this right here could be a whole bunch of these filaments, these dark areas that get on the sun. You know, if you go to the one product, let me slow it down. They have the one product. Slow it down right there. If I pull up the SDO again and the yellow sun, I think it's the 171. Pull up the 171 right here. You can, I wonder what that would look like. Well, I'm not going to get to see it because it's like, yeah. This product goes way too slow. It does not have all the things that the other one has. It doesn't. Let me do this. Let me see if I can do the 100. No, it's 30 or 20. Is it 30? No, it's 20. 20. 20 on it, you all. Hello there, Tony. Let me see. I'm going to push it back to me so we can get this to wind without blinking, like a blankety blank. This feels like a living type of an entity right here. And if it's in the sun, then it's on the sun. It probably just snakes away all around the sun because they really do. They look like they snake all on the surface of the sun. Like, it's like that one that had like a fork in it, and it had its tentacles reaching up into a coronal hole. Remember that? And then there was a big backlash, and like a beam of light came from one of the coronal holes, and it knocked down the fork in the filament, because it did. It had like two prongs, like a snake's tongue, stuck up in the hole of the sun with its one long body. And a beam of light came from the coronal hole, and it literally went poof, and it fell down, and you could see it fell down on the surface of the sun. It was on the yellow product. It was wild. It was so wild. It's these things right here. At times, these things right here, they get really big and snaky looking. They come together a whole lot more. See, I don't know what this, why the lines were showing up, because it showed up in the other one around the 1035 timestamp. Lines across the sun. I mean, it could have been like a kind of eruption. See it like that? Do you think it was a solar flare that did it? Because on one of the other products, it was like all the way across. Lines all the way across. Something interfered with the communications that was happening. You think it's Lilith? Yeah, it could have been Lilith. Yeah. So let me put this back to me. Now, if you all like to look at the sun, if you do, I know there's people you all follow on the sun. I know there is. Let me see if I can get over here. You all, it's kind of hard for me to find over here and navigate. My thing is falling down. Where is this at? My legs. Let me do this. All right, let me see this. Let me come over here.
James, come.
So if you come over...
James, come.
Where is it at? Let me try to get to it, you all. If you come over here... Now, he does a lot of the sun stuff and the solar flares. James Kaufman, right here. I think there's some of you all who follow him on here and you watch what he shares. This one right here, but oh my gosh, Gina, what do you got going on, you all? This is not me. I can't draw. My screen is so sensitive. Like if you look at these right here, I think he's got, yeah, he does some of these, right here, geomagnetic storms and stuff. I don't know how to do all that, you. I really don't. It's not me. But you can look at that. Some people look at, I don't want to say the name, but I'll go ahead and say it because I've moved way beyond it. The World News something. Who is he? Planet X guy. So I don't care for him. But yeah, Planet X guy and somebody else. There's lots of people who do the solar flares. They are, but it's not me. Gina, you're too whatever. I know I am, you all. I try. I sat here for a long time and I tried to do a solar flare thing and talk about it, but I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't. I tried really hard. My spirit did. And this is what I ended up with. This thing coming out of the sun, twirling around like that. And it does. It looked like it twirled around out of there. And it could have been like some kind of tentacle-like being. And it does. It reminds me of the one in the observatories. Yeah. The sun is so hot. I don't know what a progazone is. The Wagner Group guy. Yeah. I am going to go, you all. I am. But this right here, this is strange. And if it came out of the sun, it's headed toward the earth. It's not just going to come out of the sun like this and just stay there. You know what these could be? You ever been up in an airplane and you've seen those long, black, stringy, tar-looking clouds? They are suspended above. Let me tell you this about the long, tarry black clouds. They're like strings. They're suspended above the regular clouds. When you're in an airplane, you can see them look like streaks of black. And you can see them on some of the observatory products too. This reminds me of those, even though it's blue, because those are long and stringy, and as they go past the observatories, you can see them. They're black. They just floating in the sky. It's like going in the sky. And they come across as some type of a life form. They really do. Hello. Yeah. Yes, you all. That's right. I am going to go. And, Gina, what did you share? Well, I shared this right here. I did. So, with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. The sun is very active, and we know it's supposed to be going into, what is it? I don't know, that's solar maximum or something where we could experience a Carrington-like event, a grid down scenario, and stuff like that. We could. There's been a lot of activity coming from it. I don't keep up on the activity. I don't. That is way off my area of expertise. Unless you got some beings in the sun, then I'm gonna see it. Yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.